Alright, hello everyone, this is me going back and fixing, because if you've watched my Pokemon, you'll know that I forgot my microphone was muted while I was recording these sessions, so there's really actually no audio, so I'm going to do what you guys are doing. I'm going to watch the video, and I'm going to commentate. So I already know what happens, completely and utterly. This is me right now getting more divisions, requesting them from my puppet to reinforce the line against the filthy Japanese. We Germans, we don't stand any other racial group outside of our own. It's just the way things go. We're gonna put them under Edward. I don't know why I said Eduarte. We're not Spanish. We're German. We're better than the Spanish. And we're gonna shove them all on the. We're gonna create a defensive line. I forgot. So I'm gonna create. I actually think I'm gonna lose that front bit. So I create a defensive line here. Yeah, and the reason I have no faith is because Shanghaigan, or whatever it's called, looks like it's gonna fall in any second, in any moment. I will say it is absolutely freezing here. And actually, I think I'm actually correct. I think it's 30 degrees outside right now. I don't have a hat, so part of the reason why I'm doing this is because putting the headphone around my ear is actually heating it up. So that's another thing. Also, I'm in a significantly better mood than I was. So I re-recorded audio for a couple of my Pokemon in a very upset mood. Partially because of I discovered of the audio was missing, like the day of, so I was incredibly upset. But you know what? I'm in a better mood. I'll sit and my commentary for the Pokemon sucked. I felt kind of bad about that, but you know what? I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna talk, and we're gonna go. I guess we'll go through this little adventure together. My Panzer is finished, so now I'm gonna reform Mittel Europa. I believe is what I picked. Yes, that is what I picked. It's so weird looking at past Will and realizing the mistakes he's made. He's made quite a few. However, I think I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything at all. It's really hard for me. People who know me in real life, I'm a huge spoiler, and the fact that I know how all of this is going to end just really makes it hard on me. But anyway, we're going to let the lines go. I'm a little worried about the defensive part over there. Right there. Yeah, it looks like they're going to break through there, actually, if I'm not careful. The little 29. Although for some reason now it's swapping back to green. Oh, it's because my reinforcements arrived. I'm going to take full credit for that. And then this is whenever I decide the line is stabilizing enough that I could probably shove some reinforcements on there and be safe. And I think this is where I basically decide, because there's so many troops on that border, I'm just going to let them like throw themselves at me and not actually like do any offensive. Although I will plan an offensive line for whenever this finally capitulates. Russia annexed the Turkestan Khanate. That was to be expected. I severely doubted that they could hold out against the Russians. Those filthy Russians. I need to be careful which ethnic groups I tick off, because I have no idea who watches these. Then again, I did upload a multiplayer game with Ching Chong as a legitimate part of the game. Oh, my game's lagging here. Also, Peyton, I have no idea what you mean. The day-night cycle's not that bad whenever it's lagging this much. Yeah, this is definitely whenever I decide I'm just going to do defense. I'm not. Yeah, I see the kill count, and the best part is these aren't my men I'm throwing to die. These are my colonies. Argentinian trading. Oh yeah, this is when the Argentine Commune Civil War begins. Yeah, that one's interesting. Yeah, my biggest worry is Shanghai Guang or whatever. I don't know. I'm not Asian. I'm white as the snow. Iran has joined the Cairo Pact. Interesting. Advanced machine tools. Alright, so my research is going along at a good pace. Get some research, Will. Come on. So I guess You guys know my name is Will, right? I would assume you guys do. You've probably heard it in some form or fashion at some point. But I'm setting up a couple things. So I will tell you just out of the way, this series is done. I have all the episodes recorded for this series. I've gotten to a point where there's no point in continuing the series. So I'm debating. I'm debating if I want to do a Road to 56, another Kaiserreich, or what, because I need to decide. I need to get another series out there, or if I want to do a different game entirely. I have EU4, I have Crusader Kings 2, although I don't have the DLC that lets me customize my ruler. I'm actually tempted to buy that one, because Paradox's DLC policy is top notch. But I'm still debating if I had to do another series in Kaiserreich. I don't know. I probably wouldn't. I'd probably do like probably do something like Serbia, maybe Austria. What did I said that I would do Austria at some point, but we already kind of saw that this side of the war is really easy. Maybe I'd do in America, and I'd pick a side in the Civil War. Although then people will think that I have the ideology of whichever side I pick. But we'll see. Oh my god, I forgot how many troops that they put on this border. I was getting so scared right now. The only thing I was looking at though was how much their manpower was going down because of just the numbers they were throwing out, and I think I do notice that Japan has been forced to go to extensive conscription. I also noticed that I have a significantly bigger navy than the Japanese do. I really hope I'm not getting sick. Like I said, it's really cold here. Yeah, this is whenever I noticed the glitch. It's really cold here, and I don't have a hat. I want to say I choose Europe Commission because it actually gives me factory output. Yeah. And I'm not a great market liberal. Because I'm pretty sure the market liberal would have chosen the other one. But, you know what? Alright, this is whenever I realized that the rest of the military that I just decided to take from my countrymen is all scattered around. I want to say the plan I have for this, yeah, that's the plan I have for this one, is to navally invade Taiwan. Take it from the Japanese. Oh my god, the kill counts Japan is racking up. Yeah, this is whenever I'm trying to show off. Look, no one's even above 100,000 casualties. Japan has taken 306,000. Yeah, although to be fair, this is the Japanese. The Japanese are very used to throwing lives away for nothing. Especially if you're a history nerd. If you read about what the Japanese did in World War II, it's horrifying not just what they did to the prisoners and their opponents, it's horrifying what they did to themselves. We're talking about men who were incredibly malnourished, who... Baltic Duchy wants to be more independent due to rising tensions with Estonians, Latvians, and other minorities, deprived of their political rights. Duke Adolf Friedrich has decided to accept their demands. This means that his lands won't be an easy target for German colonization anymore, but it will also mean one less source of instability for the Ostrom. What is the stance on this? I believe my reasoning behind this choice is that I don't want to have to deal with a war right now. I don't think I can send a military or anything along those lines. Also, I think I just kind of decide it's not worth it. It's not worth a war to keep what little land that has. It's only 6 factories. Well, it's technically, what is it? It's technically like 15 factories total, but it's not worth it. But where was I? Oh yeah, but Japan, just like what they did to their own soldiers, these are like incredibly malnourished men. Our finest hour. Oh, this is the book written by Winston Churchill. Just real quick, it's basically a complete what-if story of like an entirely different world where Gallipoli actually worked, even though it was stupid. Theodore Roosevelt won his 3rd term, so of course a Roosevelt still manages to get elected more than twice. Defeated in Germany, gets gripped by Constant. Except the difference is he doesn't imagine Adolf Hitler. He imagines a man named Adam Dressler. And he does People's Socialism, extreme form of national populism, the Nazi Party. British Empire actually still is the most powerful country in the world, which Start of World War II, I don't know, Navy-wise, it was still pretty impressive, but the only thing that really saved the British from Germany was Adolf Hitler's weird love affair with them and their Air Force. Like, really, I want to say Hitler definitely had some chances to invade Britain. There was very little that country could have done to stop him, but for some reason, he was kind of like, Nein, nein, they will love us, they will see the light, and they will join us. And you know what? They never did. Finland wants to join the Reichspakt. This is Finland basically saying Russia's scary. We know Finland, but my goal here is to make Russia my friend. And that could really piss them off. Because I don't want to go to war with Russia. I can't prevent a war with the Syndicalists, but I can prevent a war with Russia, and if I can, I'd like to do that. I believe this is me checking out. So yeah, since they upgraded their conscription laws, and since Japan gets some ridiculous bonuses, they're not losing their manpower anytime soon, even though they're just throwing their men to die. Japan by itself has had more casualties than I have in this entire war. Which is kind of bad / nice. Yeah, this is whenever I realize that I'm not going to be able to bleed them dry manpower-wise. Transamur, though, I may be able to bleed out. That war is definitely going to be defensive. And the reason, my reasoning behind not bringing a navy is solely because I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk the Third Internationale finally declaring war on me. Oh, William Grainer died. I don't want to risk the Third Internationale finally declaring war on me, and my main naval force is away because Britain's still a thing. France has a navy. Oh yeah, my little Irish forces. They're probably drinking shots over in an Irish pub somewhere. Veta, we need some more Guinness. I'm drinking some water because my throat has chosen not to cooperate very recently. I don't know what. I kind of prefer to go back and put audio over it because HOI4 is definitely a game that I feel if you're not playing it, it's kind of boring to watch. Like I love. There's some YouTubers that I absolutely love. Bundeswehr Bob is one of them. Benjamin Magnus is another that I love watching, but there's only so much I can sit and watch because this is a very tactics-heavy game. This is a very, what's the right word? It's a very time-oriented game. It takes a lot of time to do stuff. And so I definitely think the commentary needs to be on spot. And not to say that their commentary isn't on spot. I still absolutely love their Allies series and their Axis series. They're one of I credit them almost completely with how much I love this game. But, you know, it's just there's only so much you can sit and watch. Ooh, grain and steel. Please, past me. Oh no, the reinsurance treaty. Yes, past me. Good. Get that treaty. Get the treaty. This is basically me deciding I can't go to war with Russia at the same time as the Commune of France. I can't do it. Yeah, no, that's a war that I don't even think I could win. Although there's the Japanese just throwing men at my lines and getting massacred. I still have naval superiority. I believe my naval invasion is ready, so do it. Russian Empire declared war on Mongolia. Oh yeah, that's a big thing right there. Those are two big countries going at each other. The advantage the Mongolians have is, well, they kind of live on mountains. It'll be kind of like Russia's Afghanistan, basically, or our Vietnam. I always love that fact of history. Like Russia sees us get stuck in Vietnam, like, huh, stupid capitalists. Goes to Afghanistan, has arguably an even worse time there. Man, history is stupid. Learning about history is really the equivalent of me reading about what stupid people do and wondering why they did it and trying to somehow rationalize it in my head. Some things there's just no way to rationalize. Oh yeah, Bulgaria wants an alliance? Sure, why not? I'm a huge history nerd. I'm a huge history nerd. And someone pointed out, actually, in a comment on the first video, I said that this was an alternate take on that. This was an alternate take if Germany won World War II. I do apologize. It's if it's Germany won World War I. So that is completely my bad. To be fair, it should have been completely obvious to me, considering the fact that the start date, I want to say, is like 1930 something. The start date's 1930s, but Herbert Hoover's in charge. I thought, oh, okay, this is. I know a lot of history. I don't know a lot of dates. I thought FDR was elected early 30s. Although I guess that would explain it because we have the election of 1936 is what kind of starts the entire American Civil War. Yeah, no, okay, no, I got it right. Herbert Hoover, I believe, was a one-term president because of FDR coming in. Oh yeah, this is me. This is it telling me that Russia's going to declare war on me. But there's no guarantee it's going to. Oh my god, gotta get something out of my throat real quick. I'm sorry. I really hope I'm not getting sick. I drive home this Friday. Motorized African divisions. Never thought I'd see that. Yeah, this is me just kind of making my line with France, the French line, even stronger, preparing for that war. It's 1939, and I think right now I'm just more shocked than anything that this war is going well, or that the Kaiserreich game hasn't crashed on me. Any of you who play Kaiserreich know that this mod is not exactly the best in terms of long-term games, which I think is one of the things that they focused on fixing. Yeah, they're working on the White Mongolia from the map. Yet Russia, in case of war with the Commune of France, they are obliged to come to our aid, and so are we in an analogical situation. Which I don't understand how Commune of France would declare war on Russia. They literally have to go through us first. Come on, decide to get that research slot. I forget when I do it. Nope. I decided to reinforce my lines in the event of a French war. Which is not a bad thing to do, but an annoying thing to do, to say the least. The seizure of Taiwan was a success. I don't know. Oh my god. All of these sickness things are building up in me all at once. Blah. I don't like it. I've inflicted 600,000 cash. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm yawning into the mic. The reason I'm doing this right now is because I'm all out of, basically I'm all out of videos ready in Kaiserreich. I believe I just posted number 4 this morning. No, number 4 that's going up this afternoon. So I kind of needed to get number 5 ready to post tomorrow. Tonight I'll probably, if not finish the rest of these, doing audio over these, do the lion's share, like at least the majority. Definitely, I have a pretty safe buffer zone. I'm debating if I want to put, I can definitely schedule videos to put up over Thanksgiving, and I think that's what my plan will be. Although, in case you guys haven't just figured out, Sunday is really kind of, Saturday I'm going to post something, a special hour long of just whatever the hell I decide. And Sunday I think Sunday I'm going to take a day off. I want this to still be fun, and I understand, and I really feel bad for people who are watching this and anyone who has subscribed to me. In fact, I got a subscriber. I don't even know who they are. Chris Reed, which, God, I think I might. I really do apologize if I know you. I did not recognize your name, but I still thank you completely. I probably didn't subscribe because of these, but just a shout out to you. I need to figure out some system where I can shout out subscribers. But I don't know. I think I'm going to take Sunday off because this is still an enjoyment for me. As much, I absolutely love that you guys are enjoying these videos. I enjoy making them, especially Pokemon. I am absolutely having such a fun time with Pokemon, and it's a level. I've always had an issue doing Nuzlocke before because it's only been me knowing whether or not I fail, or like if a Pokemon dies. So it's very hard for me to sit through and decide a Pokemon that I've invested time in and that I love to let him die. But, you know, I haven't had that issue this Nuzlocke, particularly because I have to post these online. But, you know, this Kaiserreich game was so much fun. I don't like playing these massive countries because of how long the games take, because of how much I'd have to deal with. But being able to record it and putting out, and I think I think the episode 1 is my most watched video, which absolutely stuns me. Now, granted, I have no idea if anyone liked it, but you know, I can dream. Yeah, this is whenever I decide to reinforce my lines. Although I make the mistake of starting the line there. Yeah, I'm going to have that reinforced there. If I was really smart, I would have put the yellow army, which is smaller. I would have put the yellow army on the Belgian border because the Belgian border is smaller. But you know, who said I was smart? I'm also getting a lot of tips from Peyton yelling at me like, you shouldn't integrate tanks. You should just build tank divisions. You know what? I understand. I don't play this game like the maximum way. I don't min-max. I like even in RPGs. Oh, Lithuania declares independence. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. The dastardly Lithuanians have invaded us. After the election of 1938, which was won by the National Populist Party of the Lithuanian National Interests, more commonly known as Speak Lithuanian, the puppet kingdom was rapidly transformed into a radical nationalist republic, with Kazia Skipra as the Vadas leader. The Lithuanians have already seized numerous Lithuanian companies in the arrested... I don't know if I'll have time enough to read that. Yeah, I read it faster whenever I did the actual thing. But basically, I'm going to war. But anyway, I'm aware I don't min-max. I'm aware, like, even playing RPGs, it just isn't fun to me. You know, I like playing a game my way in a certain time frame, in a certain way, and I like having fun. I don't like steamrolling through things. I like it coming down. Oh man, I've almost inflicted 700. Oh, I called in all of those people. Oh yeah, I called in all the countries surrounding it to basically apply pressure. All right. Once my army gets up there, though, this war is pretty much over. And the world is really just kind of collapsing on me. I want to say I was panicked at this point because I wanted to finish this war as fast as possible to get these troops back to... I want to get these troops back to the Commune of France as quickly as possible. Oh yeah, Brazil wants to join the Rights back. Sure thing, buddy. Yeah, and my micromanaging is also... I don't mean to brag, but my micromanaging is pretty darn good. Oh yeah, they already capitulated. I don't even think I touched their capital. And we'll just go ahead and take all of it. Otto Weiss died. Oh, that's sad. I believe my plan here is, even though it would have been smarter to move the smaller army to the smaller border, I believe my plan here is that my main attack force will be from Belgium, and will punch there and then swing around and catch them between their fort line. I believe that's my plan. Russia's scary. Russia's really scary. Ugh. Come hopping back over here. No change really at all. The only aggressive move that actually has been successful was my retaking of Qing, or Taiwan. We have lost naval superiority though, which is not a great thing. Good news further is that my divisions are finally finishing. So now, really kind of putting them on this yellow army, there's not a huge difference of if I had just left them. Yeah, I've got quite a few navies. Yeah, alright. Basically, that was me trying to figure out why my navy wasn't over there and providing naval superiority, and the reason is they had already gotten there. Oh, yep, war with France. Then it is war. The French ultimatum has arrived in Berlin. They are demanding that we give them Alsace-Lorraine. And then this is great. I remember this actually. So this is me realizing the French have no troops on my border. So this is me looking at the and just getting. Oh man, I was so excited. I was so excited. And I didn't have all of my. Yeah, I believe I give Ukraine money just because I want to have a stable ally. This is me realizing, like, instantly, push, get off those forts, get off our forts, and get to their forts. And I think I end up taking their fort line. Yeah, I do. And the reason I'm not having the yellow or the blue attack at the same time is because I want to have a defensive troop ready. This is me realizing I have to call Belgium into the war to get permission to move my troops through them. This is also me realizing, having seen that split second, that I have to release Lithuania, otherwise I'll have some issues. Alright, but man. And this is me so upset. I got so mad in this moment. I got so mad. I was literally screaming at my computer, wondering what the hell was the point of the reinsurance treaty. Oh my gosh, you guys don't even know. We will hold. Kaiserreich is besieged. Yeah, so this I was terrified. I'm actually really scared at this point. I'm actually completely scared because I have all of my military bogged down in that war, and we have the Russian bear coming. My hope is that they haven't declared war on my puppets, so they can't get to me yet. So that's my hope. I am so happy that I managed to, and now I have to go deal with these little pockets of rebellions. For some reason, that one unit didn't want to get selected. I have to go deal with these pockets of rebellions that pop up. I believe it's an event in Alsace-Lorraine. I could make a pocket if I really kind of focus my forces there. Yeah, I can't. This is all new. This is all fresh in my brain. The Russian Empire declared war on Iran. Yeah, we'll have these troops just kind of pushing back. There goes the war on Ukraine. Yeah, that's not great for me. Because now and I believe my rationale is I don't have to help the Ukrainians solely because they still can't get to me, even if they knock out the Ukraine. So I am fully... Oh, and there's the issue. My allies started joining the war against Russia through the Ukraine. Oh, man. Alright, and this is whenever I've officially taken all of their forts, except for one, I think. Yeah, the one that I'm attacking right now that has a militiaman on it. I have officially taken all up, and then they declared war on the Entente. So now the Entente is in this war. And then I also realized, wait a second. Reconciliation with Bulgaria. It seems as though the new Bulgarian government, at its head, wishes to seek reconciliation with us. This comes somewhat as a surprise, as during the reign of Malinov and the Liberals, Bulgaria has been eager to disregard our alliance. Yada yada yada. The world is collapsing around me, basically. Basically, is what's happening. Chicago fell, which means I didn't even realize. I don't even remember that event. Basically means that the American Union State won. But look at all those forts. I make a notice. Look at all of those forts that since the French did not defend, they had no troops on their border. I managed to rush right through. That would have been such a stalemate and such a slog if the AI hadn't had that little hiccup. But I think this is pretty much where we see the war kind of just stalemate a bit. I cancel my offensives. I give my troops time to like hold up. I feel really good about this situation though. I felt really good about the war in France. And then I realize I'm still at war with Russia. I can't remember whenever I have that realization, but I was so happy. I was so excited. I realized that my Navy was kicking the British Navy's butt. I'm still trying. Yeah, I get all my planes, and I finally like dispatch them. Come on, move them. There we go. Yeah, this is me. This is me trying to take back air superiority. Oh, and this is where I end the episode. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.